Hello everyone. Long time no see. It's been quite a minute, hasn't it? No, I know I look chopped from last time. I shaved my head. Terrible, I know. But I wanted to voice out what's been happening because I've been gone for like a month. Nothing crazy happened. I just went through a bad depressional cycle and I wanted to give a voice to it. I feel like it's something that I go through regularly and I refuse to acknowledge that it's a bad thing. That being cannabis intake. Um, I would just do it every night. I would just take a little bit, just so it makes me a little bit happy, and it makes me feel good. So, this is what I mean. Check this out. When you start it, you go here, you go all the way up. That's the start of the cycle. Then you hit the tip, and you go back down. This is the weed intake. If that makes sense. As I did it over and over again, I started from the same point, but the peak kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It stopped being exciting because I was getting used to it. This is the worst eraser ever. Oh, that was even worse. So, another thing that happened to explain the lacklusterness of this video is that when I went up and then went to the peak, and then I would go down, I would sleep. So then it just got prolonged, and it would basically pause itself, to put it easily. It would pause itself so that when morning came around, from sleeping, maybe there's the line from last night that just paused. It would continue to go down from where it left off, right? Does that make sense? So like it went up here, and then this is the sleep, and then this is it picking up where it left off. So I'd wake up and I'd feel groggy and I'd feel gross and I'd feel tired and drowsy and everything else in between, just because I was so addicted to taking that stuff and I wanted to keep taking it because it made me happy. But as time went on, I realized that I stopped being happy from it. And it was more or less just doing it because it felt good. But even then, I stopped feeling good about it. So I was getting nothing out of it, basically. I was just doing it because I was addicted. And I didn't want to admit that. I wanted to just keep going with it, that eventually if I hit a new high, I'd feel something good, give me some motivation, and I would be able to make something new out of it. But instead, I just kept prolonging my job. That being the responsibility of having a YouTube. And the responsibility of catering an audience. Um, I don't really have a good explanation for it. I feel like if I voiced it out, it would be easier to explain than just to say, hey guys, I've been sick for a month. I don't want to lie. I want to be transparent. Transparent enough for you guys to understand that I'm just as lost as any other person who is lost. I go left, he goes right. I end up going right, he goes left. What am I talking about? So, I've just been going up and down and refusing to take a step forward in being responsible again. And it's made me sad. So then I just go into a depressional cycle of I don't want to work because I'm sad, and then I feel I'll do it tomorrow, and it inevitably never gets done because I'm constantly postponing it. I think acknowledging it here and being upfront with myself and just being more out there is the best way to handle it. Because if you yourself acknowledge that what the problem is, then it's got to make sense, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm bad because I did this bad thing. Why did you do that bad thing? It's something I've struggled with a lot. There's no problem with taking cannabis to help yourself with depression or any other mood swings you could deal with. I think it's a good antidepressant if used responsibly. But if not, it could lead to a cycle of depression and eventually become an depressant. And I admit that's what mine became. I stopped doing it to feel good and just did it because I felt like I needed to take it because I became emotionally connected to it, emotionally dependent. And that sucks, you know, because I had something good going. I was having a lot of fun playing Resident Evil. I was genuinely enjoying that, and I had ideas for other games I wanted to play, and it never happened because I was too busy drowning myself in a feeling that I was like, oh, it feels so good, and then I'd wake up feeling groggy, and then I'd do it again. It was just a crappy cycle of addiction. And another reason why I make this is to kind of give a voice to other people who may also have this problem with cannabis. Specifically cannabis. I have no idea how any other drugs feel. It's good. It's not a bad thing to take cannabis. It's not gonna kill you unless you take a lot of it. But I hope in the future, with me acknowledging this problem, I can continue to improve myself and not fall back into that cycle of constant laziness and constant regret. Because I only have regret after it's done. I can't regret it before I do it, because, as I'm going to sleep, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that tomorrow. And then I end up doing it tomorrow. So, what's going to happen from now on is that I'm going to try to pick up where I left off and to continue the work that I set aside for myself, because that's what I want to do. And there's nothing stopping me from doing that other than myself. I have people I can care and talk to about, and they care about me as well. But I would chalk it up to the constant excuse of, I've gone through bad experiences and I deserve a break. Since it's happened, since I've felt bad before from an interaction I've had from somebody, I'm valid to be afraid because I have a reason to be afraid because it's happened before, right? You I'm blanking. I don't remember a lot of what I wanted to say. But to sum it up, I want to go back to making content, and I don't want to restrict myself with thinking that this video is necessary to my career as a content creator, when it's just an idea that I want to express. There are better things you can do than to worry about what could be instead of what should be. Hopefully soon I'll have another video of something exciting. I've been getting really into old GameCube and NES games. That's been kind of my stism for recently. I've just been super grasped onto that. But yeah, I hope I can continue to make content that I like and that people can like for the future. That's about it.